the shadowless kick. I usually don't like to do gimmicky techniques, but I also don't like to do traditional techniques on YouTube because you should really learn official techniques and things like that from an actual teacher. Little tips and tricks and stuff for sparring and everything I think are fine, but when you use YouTube as your ultimate master, it's not good for you. But anyway, the no shadow kick or the shadowless kick. Now the name you've probably heard in Mortal Kombat for Johnny Cage, and so it sounds a little corny. But the technique is actually very useful. I am going to warn you though, there's a good chance you're going to fall down during this technique. So do it somewhere that you can break fall safely, or just be really careful. Almost everybody that gets good at this has to fall down sooner or later because you got to give some commitment to it. You're going to think I'm jumping at some parts of this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show myself over here doing some of the techniques, and you can see, what's going on. In my first one here, I'm going to be doing the front kick. Now, if you watch how I shuffle forward not by jumping, although it looks a little bit like a jump. What I do is I pull myself forward with my knee. Now, as I pull myself forward with my knee, I thrust my heel out. You could do a front snap kick with it, but really you're trying to make penetration for about 2, 3, maybe even 6 inches farther than the normal kick. So you don't want to do a snappy kick, you want to do a thrusting kick. So that would be basically how we would work with the front kick. Now again, gotta be careful, don't roll your toes, all that other stuff. The round kick is going to be based on pulling forward with the knee. Now something I want to back up to here real quick is I want to talk about how my feet work. Now, it's momentum. Whatever kick I do, I have to think about how it's pulling me forward. So if you see my foot, it shuffles forward. Okay, it goes from point A to point B. Now it's not very far, but that can be a big deal when you're trying to kick something. Anyway, back to the round kick. As I pull my knee up and around, that's going to pull me over. As that pulls me over, I'm going to throw that round kick out. Problem with the round kick is it's a little bit fancier, a little bit more for sport. The thrust kick that I did earlier for the front kick, I would say you could use that in actual fighting, cage work, or you could use it in sport. The round kick, it's not going to give you as much snap, and if you fall down and you're in a cage or you're in a fight, you put yourself in a bad position. So that's a high risk, low reward one. The last one of my favorites, is the side kick, which is the Johnny Cage no shadow kick. Now with that one, you have to wait until you bring your knee across, and as you thrust, that's going to pull you over and that's going to hit the target. So normally, if I just reach out with my foot, I'm not going to reach the target. If I get that little extra oomph, which doesn't seem like much, I know you want 10 feet, but it doesn't seem like much, but that little extra oomph is going to hit the target, and it's going to be something that your bad guy or opponent is not going to be ready for. They're ready for you to stop here. If you can go through that extra few inches, you're going to crack a rib, you're going to hit the solar plexus, it's going to be worth it. Again, you got to be careful. You get too optimistic or too enthusiastic, you're going to fall down. Look for the slippery spots on your floor when you're practicing this. For more Springfield Karate and Fitness, you can come train with us. We do karate, we do kung fu, we do MMA as far as jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. So, talk to you soon.